Hello and welcome to Placing Talent with Physemp. I'm your host, Paul Strubel. I am the Sales and Marketing Director here at Physicians Employment. This is episode 2 of our new video series that is geared towards essentially dealing with industry problems, pain points a little bit for things that we're seeing currently affecting our clients in terms of hospitals, recruitment firms, things like that. We're going to dive into something today that's been kind of a big hot button issue the last couple years in our industry. This deals specifically with an issue that's been plaguing recruitment firms. And obviously what we've seen is a paradigm shift. In the past couple years, we have seen a big transition in the way that Google, the main search engine, has dealt with the search results for jobs. What we've seen historically is a model where an individual would sit down at a computer or on their phone. They would bring up Google, which does about 70% of the search traffic in the United States. And they would essentially write in, I'm interested in family practice jobs in Dallas, Texas, or I'm interested in internal medicine jobs in Cincinnati, Ohio. And that then would take you to a list of search results based on your search engine optimization or SEO. And that would essentially bring you to, here's a list of websites that host jobs, things like Indeed, things like ZipRecruiter, or more industry specific job boards like ourselves and some of our competitors. So you might see Physemp in the list there, and then they might say, here are the family medicine jobs in Dallas, Texas, or here are the internal medicine jobs in Ohio. So they might send you to a list like that and then you go through. Well, about 3 years ago, Google saw the enormous traffic that job search was generating and they wanted to be part of that. So what they created was something called the Google Jobs box near me. And that is something that now appears at the top of every search return, and you actively have to scroll down on your desktop or on your phone to see anything else. So what they're telling you is that this is the holy grail of search when it comes to jobs. Now, in order for them to populate that information, in order to actually have a Google Jobs near me box, or essentially if you're searching in a location that you're interested in moving to, Cincinnati, Dallas, whatever it is, you're telling them, I want to see the jobs in this location or in this state or in this city or in this neighborhood specifically. In order for them to present you with that information, they need to know the location of the jobs. And so they started saying, here are the new requirements for a good job posting, because we need cities, we need zip codes more specifically, because we want to be able to map and identify the location of these places. Now, historically speaking, recruitment firms, individual recruiters, they like to hide and protect their jobs a little bit by hiding the specific location. They're worried about physicians circumnavigating the landscape and going directly to the hospital, in which case they might miss out on a commission if somebody goes around them, if they can figure out where the job is. And then also they're worried about other companies potentially poaching their opportunities and bringing physicians in before they can. Well, Google basically had no regard for that historical model. And so what we saw was them saying cities and zip codes are paramount on job postings as of about 3 years ago, because they needed to be able to map the job landscape and they needed to know where those jobs are. And so what we saw over the past 2.5, 3 years was a bit of a struggle from a standpoint of a company like ours here at Physicians Employment to get our clients to modernize their jobs. What we saw was a lack of an ability to get visibility from an SEO standpoint on their opportunities for 2 reasons. Number one, if they didn't include a city and a zip code in their job, they were not appearing in the number 1 place that a person might now look for a job, which is the Google search box near me. They also were not appearing in the top SEO returns. Places like Indeed, places like LinkedIn, places like ZipRecruiter, and then your niche job boards like Physicians Employment as you were kind of looking down the SEO spectrum there. What we saw was that they held on to that historical model of, here's how I protect my jobs and my commissions. I have to post jobs this way. And what we saw was a completely new reality for what a good job posting looked like online. You couldn't get in the Google search box near me. And you also were limited by, if you sent your jobs to Physemp, yes, we could post them on our website and our network would be able to see those jobs and see those jobs through an email outreach program. But anybody searching for opportunities online, when we send a job to ZipRecruiter as part of our aggregate program and different sites that we pay for to spread around jobs that we want visibility for, ZipRecruiter doesn't accept that job from us. Social media sites like LinkedIn would not accept the job if it didn't include a city and a zip. The reason being is that they were on the same track as Google because they want to have their jobs compliant with Google to help their SEO returns. So everybody's kind of working under the same principle except the recruitment firms who are still working on an old model. They're seeing a decline in their ability to get applicants coming to their jobs. They're seeing an inability to get views on their jobs. And the reason being is very specifically is that the visibility metrics that we see is about 40-1. If you have a good job posting in 2024, that includes a salary range, that includes a city, that includes a zip code, where the job description falls within the appropriate range, and the job is about 30 days old, you hit all 5 of those things, your job is going to be appearing all over the place with bells on. And we can push it out, the other sites will take it, and then that will in turn translate to more applicants, more placements, better visibility, all those things. And we just feel that that significantly outweighs the fear of potentially losing a commission for, another person bringing somebody in. Remember, everybody's in the same boat. So whether you're worried about somebody poaching your job or not, everybody is on the same playing field right now. We're all working under the same rule system. And if your visibility isn't there, then you're not going to be making placements anyway. Because again, 40-1 is a massive number in terms of visibility when we're putting jobs online that are good jobs versus jobs that maybe just end up, on a singular site, if you will. So that's one of the biggest reasons. Now, the other reason that we feel very confident that people should be doing things the right way is that in 2024, a lot of physicians have worked with recruiters in the past. There's a very different experience there when it comes to what they want out of a job application. They no longer really feel like, hey, I'll just go around that physician recruiter and I'll go directly to the source to apply to this job. Why? Because if they don't get that job, then that's the end of that situation. If you go through a physician recruiter, a lot of people have had very positive experiences, let's say, where they know they may not get the job that they're interested in initially, but now they've created a resource for somebody who will actively work to find them the better job on the next stop, and they've created a relationship there. A lot of people see the value in that, and there's not that same fear of worrying about like, oh, I don't want to talk to this recruiter. He's going to be, too pushy. I just want to apply to the job and see if they respond. So a lot of people understand that it's not just about that. It's about the relationship that you can make, and ultimately it's about getting the best job going forward. So with all that in mind, we just want to say here at Physemp that we understand that there's been a big paradigm shift. We also understand that it's our job, it's our role as a resource for recruitment firms that we help you get the most out of your advertising and we help you make the most placements possible. So we just want to say that is our focus, that is our goal. We continue to push with technology. We continue to push with resources that will help you see how your advertising is performing and ways that we can help you make it better. So this has been episode 2 of Placing Talent with Physemp. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.